Hello everyone, my name is Key. This is my broadcast number 40 and I am addressing the TBC audience. Sorry about that. Tonight we're going to finish off that long post of out of the public notice. Just before we go there, beware of all the scams. I see a new post come up about scammers, and we don't have anything, any TB exchanges at all. So just be aware of those. Don't get pulled into them. And like the post read, you get pulled into one of those TB exchange scams, admin or anybody can't help you after that. I mean, they've said it so many times. Admin has said so many times we don't have any TBC exchanges out. Okay, I'll just go into the finish of that long post from last night, and I think there's about 2 pages, and then we'll go into the new post for today, and we'll see how we go there. Okay. We finished off at this one last night, so obviously there are similarities in language and function. And starting over here, an IPO sells stock in a company that is backed by the assets of the corporation and is promoted on the basis of future earnings. This secures the shares of stock by the assets and thus is a security within the scope of US law, and the SEC has jurisdiction over such securities to regulate and control within the public markets. Now, obviously, they're talking about the United States. They don't really know anything about the rest of the world or the rest of the countries. So it seems to be the United States is getting involved, which they are, in cryptocurrencies. But I think TBC has covered all bases. I like the mission statement that TBC has out now, so I'm happy with it. That agency is called the Securities Exchange Commission because it regulates and oversees the ongoing exchange of securities through normal market functions. When ICOs first came out, they offered coin or tokens for cash, usually denominated in United States dollars, over which the United States and its agencies have jurisdiction. The coins issued were secured against the cash raised by the offering or oftentimes by an asset base such as real estate that were explicitly stated to back the coin. Then this became a form of security, and thus the SEC has been investigating many of these coins to determine whether they are a security or not, and if so, to bring them into the regulatory environment of their jurisdiction. In the case of TBC and Kringle, we do not fall into this category. We have never made any claim that TBC and Kringle are a form of secured interest in assets or public funds. We are not in the jurisdiction of the United States because we are not a corporate entity in that jurisdiction and do not derive our authority to exist or operate from said jurisdiction. We have always been clear that we are a private society and a private member organization. We now realize that we made a mistake in referring the value of TBC and Kringle in dollar terms, and this was corrected earlier this year. We now make reference to grains of gold, but to be absolutely clear, we have never declared either publicly or privately that the currency of TBC and Kringle are secured or backed by gold, only using a grain of gold as a reference point. The value of TBC is simply and solely the value of living beings who participate in our private society by and through our private contract association. When any member joins TBC community, they contract to abide by the rules that we publish. We will soon be expanding the details of our structure within written and educational materials to reflect this, but since inception, we have only been a private member organization, and the value of our currency is nothing more than the value of our membership. So, for any members who are currently under the subpoena by the SEC to provide data and information, we encourage you to be fully cooperative with the inquiry and at all times tell the truth as best as you know and understand it. We have nothing to hide or avoid, so the truth is always the best policy. We firmly believe that in the end, this inquiry will prove statements we have made here, and the SEC will determine that we are not offering securities. However, made any sort of initial coin or public offering and do not promote any secured interest. TBC and Kringle are private mediums of exchange to be used to promote equitable exchange between private parties for goods and services. If some members have exchanged TBC for domestic currencies of any country, then they should consult professionals as to any legal requirements they may entail as far as taxation, reporting, or other considerations with respect to the home country of residence or domicile. This also includes if the exchange of a private medium of exchange for goods and services in your domestic jurisdiction might carry any tax implications. We will always encourage our members to recognize the truth in the statement that all persons liable to report and pay income taxes must do so in conformity with local law. In the near future, we will formally structuring our society, PCA, and community with more precise detail as to what is acceptable and proper, and with respect to exchange and use of private medium of exchange known as TBC and Kringle. This concludes our public announcement. This time and date, all inquiries pursuant hereto can be sent to admin@kringleprivatesociety.org. Okay. I'll be going into the back office. There's a a new post in there, and we'll go and have a look at that one also. Where are we? Patient.
Oh, to the time out.
Hmm?
To the time out.
Yeah. And this is the misuse of powerful tools that can have unforeseen consequences. Now you probably have to sort of read between the lines in this post. Okay, we'll go into the post itself. I kept waiting for this guy, and this guy here they're talking about, he's cutting up a turkey, or it looks like a bird anyway, and he's using the wrong type of tool. That's what he seems to be doing. Maybe he'll hurt himself, who knows. So on we go with the rest of the post. I kept waiting for the guy to cut off his thumb, but thank goodness that he didn't happen. But he did mess up the tool he was using, and that is bad enough to make the point here. So probably what they're saying is the tools that are provided for us to use them in the right way. TBC today is an empowerment tool. During its distribution phase, many have misused it as well. Misusing TBC is just as gross and foolish looking as what this guy did using the wrong tool on a turkey. There are a number of things we have seen members do that would fall into this category of misuse. Let's look at a few of these things and hopefully educate enough members to not misuse TBC. Lately, we have seen a number of so-called TBC exchanges. This is a concern. People, we are not a market-based coin. And that's right, because we're private. We're not on the market. And we don't want to be one either. By design, market-based coins will all end up getting heavily regulated by governments because they play on the elite's turf, the government-regulated market exchanges. Market-based coins will never have the means to end poverty globally. Can't have it both ways in TBC. It's a matter of jurisdiction, and we are clearly private and self-regulated. Some members, out of an unnecessary sense of desperation, fall for one TBC exchange scam after another, and they want to blame someone else for their foolishness. Isn't it interesting that most of these TB exchanges are unwilling to present their owners on video? Exchanges are a government-regulated enterprise, and full disclosure of the owners is required by law. You people need to be smarter than the scammers. I have said this many times in this blog. Discounting TBC or Kringle coins is also a way some members have misused our medium of exchange. By mutual agreement, all members have accepted that all transactions need to be done at the current price stated on our websites, which moves according to the formula. When you discount TBC, you affect the whole TBC community in many ways, in many negative ways. Long ago, we had to write code to allow admin the ability to turn off send buttons in order to fix the discounting problem. Both the sender and the receivers will get the send buttons turned off. They are caught discounting out coins. All transactions over 400 grains need to be reviewed by the TBC Commissioner by email to prove that an equal value was exchanged, or else your send button will be turned off. If you do more than 2,000 grains within a 24-hour time frame, the same is also true. You must show evidence that you are about to do a transaction greater than 40,000 grains to the TBC Commissioner by email before doing the transaction and get approval, or else your send button will be turned off immediately. Well, that's not hard to do. If it's a legitimate transaction, you shouldn't have any problems. If you do the transaction first, this disclosure is covered every week in the send button meeting. We have effectively added TBC discounting by this means and can move forward towards fulfilling our mission with confidence. Some members expect to find a magic cash out button in TBC and behave badly in public when they are told that button doesn't exist in TBC. Cookie Rewards allows admin to move millions of grain to the wallets of members, and most of them have only exchanged about 40 grains and completed a few simple tasks. Yet some believe in the magic cash out button that will convert all of those millions into some other form of money. We are in the distribution phase. In fact, the early part of it, and we are providing a fast start system to use to cash flow. This cash flow is generally done at about 40 grains per transaction as the member brings in new members. A magic cash out button would not bring in new members, and the scammers are feeding off the foolish members that believe in the magic button. It's a crying shame. The whole point of the TBC distribution phase is to create mass adoption and set up an economy based on principle of abundance, and in turn fulfill our mission to end poverty globally. Why would you want to break that? There's some foolish people out there. When we are in alignment, we are in a straight line. When we are out of alignment, our line is crooked. Anything that is out of alignment with that, with what I, as the creator of TBC, have established as proper and good, and have provided the education to do it, could fall into the misuse category. If you can't find it here in this blog, then best you don't do it. Some scams do provide short-term results, but at the expense of hurting the whole TBC community in the long run. When you are in proper alignment with TBC, you should be able to meet all of your short-term needs in exchange for your efforts in expanding the TBC community. Effortless magic cash out button don't exist in TBC. Cash out buttons are attached to market-based coins that also carry the risk of loss of money, while large short-term gains are as rare as a four-leaf clover. Many of us in TBC consider market-based coins a form of gambling, and most of you can't afford to gamble. The choice is yours. You can do both by trading market-based coins while you also participate within the distribution phase of TBC. Just don't expect TBC to become a market-based coin. I assure you that will never happen. If you truly want to meet your short-term needs using TBC properly, embrace the activity of inviting. This one activity of inviting others to receive the gift, and done properly, can lead to generous cash flow. Proof of this is all over the place. Set aside whatever is holding you back from doing this one activity on a daily and consistent basis, and then you will see some real magic happen in your life. Not only will this one activity take care of all of your short-term needs, it will provide you the wealth to live in abundance in the long term and establish a legacy for all of your posterity. TBC will change the world for the better for all. And I think that's well said. Okay, just going to cross back over. Here we go. So there you have it, folks. Even I see a lot of on Facebook posts coming through about cash in your TBC for Bitcoin, exchange this for that. Like Edmund is saying, there's no exchanges at all within the TBC community. Those are all scammers out there. And if you get caught up with them, like Edmund is saying, they can't help you. But you must remember, the scammers are also Tibetans. You can never be anybody outside of TBC. Why? Because you need a TBC wallet. Now that said, what's happening? We want the value of the coin to go up, not go down or backwards. Don't know. If people were thinking right, our mission statement is to end global poverty. Now these scammers are only thinking about themselves because they're greedy. They're only thinking about themselves. They're not thinking about the poor country. Reason why TBC was created, to lift poverty. It's a shame. We have a cash flow instructor, and that's Randy Wilson. You'll find him at the real TBC randywilson.com. Is that the right one? TBC Randy Wilson?
TBC Randy.
TBCrandy.com. If you're interested in earning a minimum of $100 a day, $100 a week, You know, click on I'd like to earn $100 a day. And that's how you make your cash. And if you're earning $100 a day, that's one new person that's been recruited to reach that goal of 1 billion people. And that's what we're here for, folks. Because nothing else can happen until we reach that magic number. You know? And I can't, everybody is broadcasting about that. Anyway, I'd like to thank all of those who are watching.
Just Carol.
Oh, good on you, bye, Carol. But Carol, I don't want to read any more of those long public notices again. I hope. Oh man, the omission just reading those things for me. But anyway, thank you for watching my broadcast, and thank you for watching Bix's broadcast. And Friday tomorrow, one more for the week, and we have Saturday off. Back again Sunday. And thank you once again. And a ka kite a pupu.